In our troubling times of online streaming, do you miss the days of the DVD commentary track? Well, fear not, because the most scorned critic on YouTube, that's me, Von Fry, is here to deliver those commentary tracks for the movies we love and the movies we love to hate. Tonight, we have a real treat for you. This is from 1985, Commando, starring, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger. But before we get started, I want to give a quick mention to my buddies over at CalderaLab.com, makers of the finest skincare this side of Valverde. Yeah, use the good, the base layer, the whole shebang. They call it the regimen. You can use my promo code FRY15 to save 15% at checkout. All right, well, I've got a fresh root beer to drink, and it's kind of got a tough cap to open, so I'm going to give this a go here. Let's see if we can get that sound. All right, that felt like I broke something. And I have some popcorn, butter, a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, and Reese's Pieces. If you'd like to watch Commando while you are listening along, go ahead and go to Commando on your Hulu app. Go to 0000 and hit play now. Ah, man, this classic Fox fanfare playing right here. Miss that. I miss seeing the Fox there. I miss seeing the pre-CGI version. When you see this intro, you're thinking, I'm going to watch Die Hard, Alien, maybe Aliens, maybe Predator. Hey, why not go ahead and... I mean, it changes by the time you get to True Lies, but you know the idea. This is a movie that is littered with homoerotic imagery and phrasing, but, we'll get to that in due time. Oh, wow. I have not seen this on Hulu. This might have been on Netflix last time I watched it, but this looks like a very clean, recent transfer if I had to take a stab at it. Look at the fox this schlub is in bed with. I mean, go on, he looks like he's a dad on a sitcom. Commando's not the most airtight of scripts. Like, okay, so this guy, he gets his robot. Oh man, it's trash night. I forgot to take trash out. By the way, my trash night got changed from Monday for 25 years to Wednesday. Running down the hill to get the trash. This guy must have made out pretty well to be that far up the hill to run to the curb, but it's a cul-de-sac. Well, we didn't miss you. I mean, you had to miss some of these shots, right? And just for good measure, there we go. I guess Bill Duke over here, he must not have been in Arnold's old unit because he's taken out all of the guys that were in Arnold's unit. They don't recognize him, so I suppose that means we're good to go. The price. Here we go. This movie gets along quick. It is 90 minutes, I think, possibly with the credits. We're knocking off guys left and right at the start here, aren't we? We're assuming this guy died, but the other guy, we had to riddle him with bullets on top of the bullets we just shot him with. Now we go with the third incident here. However, this one is a setup. Yeah, spoilers. You shouldn't be listening to a commentary unless you have seen the film. But I mentioned the first guy, he's got to take a trash out. They knew he was going to be late to get the trash out. What if he had already had his trash out and he didn't need to be bothered to show up to see the trashmen? So it's like, all right, I know what to do. I'm going to do my part. Oh, inadvertently hilarious. Antennas are so 80s, aren't they? Kind of would like to know how they faked that and why we would need to see it, to be honest with you. All right, so we got to transition to Callispo. How is it? 10-gallon drum type Caribbean music and a strapping dude carrying a log. And a chainsaw, right? Didn't he have a chainsaw? Yeah. I must have had this on my mind because I was playing the Resident Evil 4 remake chainsaw demo. Yeah, I had to go and praise the visuals, the transfer, and it looks like Hulu is bouncing in and out of 360p, 480p, 720p, 1080p. It's just going all over the place. I'm sorry if you're having the same experience. Now, this raises questions. It's like, who's sneaking up on him? Somebody's trying to sneak up on Arnold. Who could this be? Oh, I don't need to hear her sneaking up. I'll use the reflection in my axe. Daddy, put me down. Huge shift here. Now we have Arnold, single dad, hanging out. I'm back on potato vision over here. This is troublesome. Why am I bouncing between these? I don't have any other internet going on in my place. Hell, I'll even turn Wi-Fi off on my phone for good measure. Commando. Family film type music right here. And that little teaching the karate, inspired by the Karate Kid. Like, is there a chance that that's the case? That they said, look, Karate Kid's real big right now. We got to have kind of an uplifting musical montage of sorts. Vernon Wells. You'll recognize him from Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, as I like to call it, The Road Warrior. I think I have previously misconstrued that Edward James Olmos was in this, but there's this other Hispanic guy. He's in a couple other things, but he looks like budget Edward James Olmos. James Horner does the score. This movie has... it feels kind of connected to 48 Hours and Predator. There's things about this that it has the music from 48 Hours. It does. And Stephen E. D'Souza, that was a guy, writer of Die Hard, writer of Commando. Remember at one point, Die Hard was being looked at as a Commando sequel. And it could have happened, but I think we would have not gotten Arnold in Total Recall. Or, I'm trying to think. There was something that, it worked out all for the better. Mark L. Lester. Oh, man, I got to remember what else he's directed. This is a pretty decent hit in the day. You bring in close to 200 million in the 80s and you have like a huge hit. That's the way it would go. And now you have to cross the $1 billion mark to break even. You don't want to know what's in your sandwich, really? Uh-oh, helicopter's coming. And we don't even have neighbors who own a helicopter. So I'm assuming he's somewhere in California. She knows it's an Army helicopter. I like how she says that's an Army helicopter. You're going back and this, you have to save the world. You know, he has taught her a few things. I'll stay here. I promise. It's okay. I guess to make that shot look really cool, we had to get damn close to the house. Let's make sure we fly in super dramatic. Man, I miss seeing a good helicopter in a movie, don't you guys? We don't need helicopters anymore. Captain Marvel can fly with the power of feminism. This actor, man, has he shown up in anything else? I mean, he's basically there to be Colonel Troutman from the Rocky film or Rambo films, essentially, right? Two-star General Kirby. I think this film inspired some aspects of the Metal Gear game franchise, such as, well, you have the kind of like boss figure. You have the guy who's kind of going in alone. He has a little bit of help. You have kind of outlandish villains. Remember, things were so restrained. This is, I believe, if we said the first action film, I would give that credit to. Simultaneously, by the way, actually, I need to rethink this. I would say, okay, The Road Warrior, first action film, was that in 82? It might have been in 81. Because if it was 82, I would say alongside. Oh, come on. 81. Yeah, okay. So I would say The Road Warrior is the first action film. Shortly thereafter, we have, and I know there was some action film like stuff happening. There were car chases before, there were gunfights before. But I'm saying, by my measure of it, The Road Warrior is the first action film. First Blood, right close behind. Commando is the prototypical Arnold film. He doesn't have a lot of films like this, but when you say an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, I think it comes down to Commando. Yeah, I realize he's played the Terminator several times. What we're kind of sending up in a way with, and these guards, I left some men to keep you company here. They don't have speaking parts. Well, this guy does briefly, but see, now they hide in the house, and I think it would have been great if Arnold just had guns all over the place, like leaned a little more towards the direction they end up going with. I mean, it's kind of, it skates a thin line, doesn't it? Everything is taken very seriously, but we have things we can laugh at, and it's fun. People getting shot up when they're, putting away the garbage isn't necessarily scary or frightening or heavy drama in this film. Because we have the fun kind of music kicking in. We have Arnold seemingly invincible, right? He has to really go a long ways to get to his rifle. Oh, come on. If you knew the guys were going to possibly make a move on your family, I mean, we want to know where the wife is, but you don't have a safe house, like a safe room for Jenny over here? Duran Duran poster. This guy made the wrong choice right here. You're not even holding a gun. Let's talk. Wrong. Well, they're already taken off. You're wasting my time. Boom, in the head. Commando got a lot of play on basic cable back in the day. Most of the violence retained. Things get a little murky when we get to the woodshed. Is it? The shed, anyway. The shed sequence. Oh, they messed with my Chevy. The levee wasn't even dry. Good thing my 1080p has stabilized. Those boots look very similar to what our boys wore Operation Desert Storm. I could be wrong, but that sure looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger jumping into the car while it's going downhill, and this thing is just so out of control. Like, this is a guy really desperate to get his daughter back, isn't he? He's like, I can't even power this car, but I can throw it down the hill and steer it into these dudes. Yeah, I know this hill like the back of my hand. It's part of my own land here. Those two in the... If they're in the van, they look like they're in the A-team. Hell, I don't even remember what happened to this blonde guy with the rifle. You can see the way that was cut. Arnold actually hits that guy twice with the butt of the rifle. All right, we're dropping the F-bombs. Things are getting serious. Bennett, you didn't die in that boat. That boat explosion that I read about in the paper. Now, I think people realize this having seen the film in HD now. You watch this on basic cable. You think that Bennett here, Vernon Wells, has a chainmail vest? No, it is knit. Is that gayer or not? Let me know in the comments below. Here we go. We've assembled our henchmen. This is the guy who wants to take over a country, and he needs Arnold to go do that. You know, because why have a team of people when you can have just Arnold pull it off for you? Oh, but he won't accept money. He'll accept, we have your daughter held hostage. You're going to return to Valverde because you are really well known to the president. You're going to get in close and you're going to kill him. Help me overthrow it. Made you the hero of the revolution, huh? Valverde, I think, for as long as the plane ride is to get there, it has to be somewhere close to Indonesia, but I mean, it's fictional. In reality, I think the logistics of their plane ride thing here, it doesn't quite work out. But it is kind of funny. In the age before we have smartphones, cell phones to check in, whatever. These guys are going to land on the payphone. They're going to call. Oh, we got that knife really close to Jenny. Alyssa Milano, before she became insufferable. Sure is weird how we look to the cast of Charm for all of our social commentary. Oh, movie, come on. Can you pick a resolution? This guy really likes to hype up Arnold. It's like, we didn't find enough bodies. We're going to be finding a lot more because he's still alive to kill him. Now we got a 48 hours connection here, solely. You saw him in John Wick last, I think. Notice how these guys, most of these guys are considerably taller than Arnold. Yeah, he gave the "I'll be back." This guy even had a retort. "I'll be ready, John." This is the first time "I'll be back" is used as his signature phrase. He says it in The Terminator, but you have to do it again to solidify it. And this is that first effort. There are some films where he doesn't say it. I don't believe it comes up in Raw Deal. It may not come up in Red Heat. I'm not certain. Gives him the "I like you, I'll kill you" last. This guy is dressed like a tourist. I don't know what he's got going on with this woven pit helmet look, but white suit with Hawaiian shirt, and it's a little much in it. Western Airlines, I'm assuming they're out of business. Oh, wow, we splurged, gave him first class seats. The stewardess might have been somebody. There might have been somebody noteworthy. That might have been Chelsea Field from... I'll have to look, but I'm just saying it might have been. I'm sorry if you guys are experiencing the same thing I am here, where it's like every other shot is going in and out of resolution. Yeah, I think flight attendant taking the door down. I think she was in Master of the Universe, I think. I'm probably wrong on that, and she's somebody else that was in the thing, whatever. All right. I'm going to open up my magazine, and oh no! Quickly succumb. Just Arnold's power is overwhelming. He puts in a lot of like one-hit knockouts throughout this movie. Yeah, my friend is so tired. He is asleep before we have taken off. Yeah, I'm sorry. That can't be the gal I thought she was. Sorry. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired. This is the first movie to really give Arnold the funny kill lines, the one-liners. They bring a certain levity that I think makes you understand what is an action film. Like, you need to have certain things that go into it, and you can get there without every one of them, but having the one-liners that keep the action fun, you respect the action, you keep the tone fun, and things have to be fairly thrilling. It has to get along at a good pace. Now, I wonder, are things just paper inside the airplane for you to tear apart? Incredibly dangerous move. Do not attempt this. Though I would like to see Jackass try this. I could go for that. Now you can see Arnold's kind of doing a little bit of this. Not necessarily there in the wide shot, but he's doing some stuff. Now, it doesn't take long for them to get what I would call uncomfortably too high up here. Okay, so there's some marshlands for him to lean in. Those bamboo shoots going up your butt don't really strike me as appealing. It looks like bamboo. It looks stiff. And at this point in our film, we are starting a timer. 11-hour flight to Valverde. He has 11 hours. Okay, so it kind of works out in that he goes to a different country. We never actually see Valverde. There are some guys waiting for him, but I think he goes to an unnamed South America country instead to rescue Jenny. And gets there really just in time. I don't know if you'd have to be that sneaky on the runway. Security was far more lax back in the day. All right. We're being introduced to Rae Dawn Chong here, daughter of Tommy Chong, previously in Quest for Fire. And by the way, I'm calling it Dan Hedaya, Next Celebrity Death Guess. I'm calling it. He's popped up in too many things. Yes, the father of Clueless is here to attempt to take the life of Who's the Boss. Well, Dad doesn't actually smash his face out. I think he shoulder rolls and hits him with a shotgun. Well, I mean, same difference, right? I'm telling you, that music is from 48 Hours. Look how relatively presentable people are in the airport. Los Angeles, 1985. People wear suits, even if they have odd patterns like Sully's. He sees Rae Dawn Chong. He's going to make a move. Hey, man, in mid-'80s, I think we had better grip on inequality within the racial dynamics of America than we do today. I'm going to put on my, I don't know, cringiest smile and see if I can seduce her. She's like, "You're a short white guy. I'm sorry." Now, to avoid any confusion here, Rae Dawn Chong is not a black woman. She is as absolutely mixed race as one could possibly get. Like, she is the chart for what the American demographics are supposed to look like in X number of years. Man, Sully, that suit is so cringe, yet I would wear it on stage for stand-up any day. I'm gonna just follow you and, hey, I'm not done wooing you yet, lady. And I like how she's not somebody with key information. She's just the gal that this dude decided to hit on. Well, yeah, drop the F-bomb on her and call her a W, and yeah, you really told her. Not a great reasoning behind Arnold now recruiting her into his scheme here. Don't move. I'm not going to hurt you. So I was like, but you said don't move. Which is it? Sunbeam Tiger. That's what she's driving. Also, the first James Bond car. This is what James Bond drove in Dr. No. Not an Aston Martin. Not a Lotus. Not a BMW. It wasn't fitted out to do anything. I think it was like a rental car in Jamaica, but Sully, he's got the kind of turbo look 911 over here, Targa. I think she's got a V8. Little car of V8 might be able to keep some pace there. Oh, you know it's rated R because he's smoking a cigarette. That's got to be the reason. Answering questions like the term, you gonna kill me or something? No. My mission is to protect you. Gives the trust me. I mean, they just copied and pasted this stuff into Terminator 2, didn't they? So he trusted Vernon for years, huh? I don't care what movie it is, but Vernon Wells does not look trustworthy. We're doing something quite similar to 48 Hours here, right? Tailing Sully while listening to the drum music. The halcyon days of narrow 911s. Yeah, throw in some saxophone, and we've got ourselves an 80s movie. Now, he's got a briefcase. I think Sully, he's like working multiple deals here. He kind of wants a piece of all the action around town, I guess. The Galleria. This is the mall known for, I think it's probably best brought up as the Commando Mall, or as is more often likely to be said because it's a previous film, the Fast Times Mall. So, yeah, that's what we have here. And it must have been Balloon Week because we have balloons all over the place. I believe this mall is still operational, but a bit of a ghost town. That may have since changed. My local mall is so busy. People are still in the desire to get out and leave without their face covered. You know, mingle and be able to see who is still attractive. Payphones. Sully's into you. I need you to go get his attention. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. In reality, she goes to the cops. Because why not, right? And that's what she does in the film. I mean, it makes sense. Okay. When he can't see me, that's when I'll talk to the police. Yeah. Huge guy outside in a green t-shirt. That may not be a t-shirt. Sully's over here doing a drug deal with, I don't know, some Colombian or whatever, right? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Why did I have to stereotype? It's fake ID counterfeits. Look at me. Who's, he hid behind the barrier over there, that pole. Can't see him anymore. Oh, this guy's funny. He's like, yeah, I'm a mall cop, but I just use this job to impress the ladies. You're going to impress the ladies in Los Angeles by being a mall cop, huh? He's like, yeah, you guys want to see me bust up a guy? Oh, wait, he's jacked. Got to give this movie credit for moving along. There is not a lot of dead time in this film. You sold me out. These cops are coming. I'm waiting for my friend. He really thought through that line, didn't he? All right. Let's try to keep count of how many cops he beats up. I'm going to say 2. I don't know if it's a certain amount getting up. Go 3. Matrix is in the plane. Give me a quarter. I got a call. I got to make a call. That was always a weird move to me. That kind of like flat palm to the nose thing. Now, there's going to be quite a bit of not Arnold doing some of these stunts. I wonder if they actually had phone booths like that in this area, in the California area in the mid-'80s. And look, throws off. That had to be 10 cops. Just they surround him and he throws. This guy, there is no reason for him to pull out the gun and join in on the antics. He got his money. The cops aren't doing anything to him. He had a clean getaway. Instead, he's like, hey, I look shady enough. I need to get involved. I paid the price. No, don't shoot. Pushes the cop down the stairs. Here we go. Now, this is not Arnold, but I appreciate a stuntman doing things in a film. And we have the technology to make this look pretty fluid. We can do some pretty advanced deep fake, face replacement stuff. It's not needed. You don't see the face. You can kind of see this guy's... Right when he lands on the elevator, you can kind of see he looks a little... I don't know, late stage Terminator. Like, he looks like he's got some kind of... Not just a wig on to look like Arnold's hair, but sort of like a forehead piece. And I'm thinking that's probably the same guy. He gets hit by the car. Bit of a jump cut there as we scramble back to Arnold. Gets in the Sunbeam Tiger. He's just like, forget it. I'm still driving with no seat in this car. No, wait. He took the seat out and rode shotgun, right? As she drove. So he's got the actual seat. I'm actually surprised that not only is she able to ride in this car with no seat, that she was able to catch up with them. And he even pulled him and was like, okay, fine, it's your car. I guess you can come along. She does a really good, like, young urban professional type of the 80s. They establish her character just as much as they need to. She's concerned about things, real world issues. Hey, you stole my car. You held me at gunpoint. I'm all frantic, but hey, I'm also working on my pilot's license. That comes in to help. What are you doing? She doesn't scream throughout the whole film. No big obnoxious scream like the lady in Temple of Doom. Why am I forgetting her name? Kate Capshaw. What was her character's name? It's a male name. I mean, I'm going to feel stupid in a sec. Willie. God damn. She has a good scream. It's not too long. It's not too high pitch. Now, that Porsche has regenerative capabilities. It's taking a bashing on the side. Some of that damage is being worked out, and then it goes in and out. It's either hit on the side or it's not. I think we might be seeing the same clip repeated a few times here. We know by the time it gets tilted over, and she didn't even have a seatbelt. He tore the seat out of the car. She had no seatbelt or nothing. She should have went flying down the Hollywood Hills. All right, I know where he's staying. I've got your hotel key. And wherever you're staying, your buddies have to be nearby. Yes, I like you solely, I'm going to kill you last. I lied, but there is a cable in view. Of course there is. I really don't have much of an issue with it. It's not in most of the shot. I already know where you live, or where you're staying. You don't got any information for me. That's right, Mitri. You did. I lied. And I like that peering down to make sure he hits some rocks. Well, my car's busted up. What are we going to do? Don't worry, I got an idea. Also, this film, it gives us the Arnold grunts that we don't get in the Terminator, and I don't think we had a ton of in Conan the Barbarian. But I think we get some of that. Yeah. All right, villains, how are we doing? How bored of a time is Jenny having? Are you guys showing her around? Can you see the modern version of this taking foot? It would be, we wine and dine Jenny. We tell her her dad is actually the villain. We get her to hate her dad. It'd be kind of like Hook. I took your kids and I turned them against you. Then at the end, she has to go, I don't know. I've got a gun. I can shoot one of these two guys. I'm not sure. That's the modern way this movie would go down. Absolutely bank on it. After my wife left me, all that matters to me now is Jenny. Oh, we can't just let her get out of the Jeep. We have to wheel her about. Actually, maybe it wasn't a Jeep. Maybe it was a Volkswagen thing. It was no Hummer H1. We've got an empty bedroom for you to entertain yourself with. Oh, there's a fireplace. I guess you could try climbing up. The movie knows what it wants to do, and it doesn't linger on Jenny. it doesn't give her a ton of activities, eating up time as one would find in modern trash. Because we'd have to do something to make her so resourceful, like she'd have to rescue herself, and Dad didn't even need to be there. In fact, she has to save his ass. This must be the place. Yeah, let's assume that 9/11's door no longer opens. Just jump in. Okay, I believe you now. After you beat up a ton of cops and dropped Sully because he was creepy and you took him out of my life, I'm going to help you with your daughter. Man, this is the most 80s, overtly 80s motel room you will ever find. Like, they went out of their way to make sure this motel could only exist in 1985. Like, seriously. Uh-oh, it's Cook. Bill Duke, 6'4", imposing guy. He didn't really do a ton of acting until maybe this movie. He was more of like a TV director. I think he directed like an episode of Dallas. There's a story of him having a situation getting through to the set because security guard's like, huh, you're black like me. They're not going to let you be a director. All right, Cook's come here to pick up Sully or meet Sully. Be like, yeah, Sully's got a girl. He should have been like, that's impossible. You're way too fine to be with Sully. This doesn't make sense. Punch to the head. You couldn't have hit him in the back of the head. It would have been a little safer for you, get the drop on him. That part of your commando training, you always get the guys turn around, then you punch them so you can have a fight. Now, their exchange doesn't entirely make sense to me. I eat green beans for breakfast. I think this might have coined the phrase the eat for breakfast, because I don't think that really came up before this. But then it's like this macho bullshit, but these guys eat too much red meat. Like, she has a few things to say about stuff. Now, I don't know why the girl is behind the guy in the bedroom there, but it's a thing that's happened. Clear. Yeah, now the F you, no F you. Yeah, okay. Not really the wittiest retort. Just repeating the line back. Groaning. And thrown around. It's weird that the impaling part is off camera during this whole exchange. Well, you're not going to get information from him now. Everybody's got something useful in their pockets, right? Yeah, good idea. Let's go. I'm surprised he didn't say something to the couple. Hey, sorry. What's he got in that Cadillac? Would we have to do more with her character in the modern version of this film? And, it'd grind it to a halt, right? All right, so we got a warehouse we have to head to. This does not look like a facility that would be on the green agenda. Like, this is not a carbon footprint neutral type business. All right, ripping the fence chain, like the wire, any of that'd be really tough to do. How much of this climbing is Arnold? Possibly all of it. I don't see a Ginny in here. Yeah, you polish up this mortar around, like the artillery. You got a lot of stuff we're going to need for this revolution taking over this country. They're not playing any music, no whistle while you work. No, they're just dedicated to polishing. Oh, it says men speaking Spanish. I mean, you could ask some of these guys some questions. Where's the girl? You don't have to beat the sense out of them or kill them first, right? Wherever Bennett is, yeah, that's where she'll be. Which doesn't make it sound like Bennett. It makes it sound like Bennett's really into the girls, the little girls, doesn't it? Got some coordinates on this map, making it look like I'm doing some detective work. I do not believe that's Arnold Schwarzenegger's hands. A lot of times they insert stuff for these hands, not the actual actors. Because you have to reposition the camera, the lights, all this stuff to do this. They just go and get whoever does the makeup or whatever to handle that stuff. So, like, you'll notice that in the Goonies, that when the kids are handling things, like, they first find the map and stuff, they're touching it, and it's their girl hands. All right, we can fly to that island in 2 hours. Good. We're going shopping, 80s style. Smash and grab. I kind of think we could have not had that previous little scene at the little facility. we'd gotten this information out of Cook directly, we could have saved a little bit of time, put it towards something else maybe. Hey, now that we know where they are, what are we going to do? We're going shopping. I'm assuming this little Caterpillar, maybe, actually I don't think it's Caterpillar brand, but I think it has the capabilities to smash this window. I don't know, is it? Is it a Caterpillar? I can't really tell because every 10 seconds I'm flipping between 1080p and 360p over here, Hulu. You push the cot and I'll pick up the stuff. Oh yeah, I need one of these knives. Yes, I do need some flippers. I don't know what you call it, the scuba diving flipper stuff that I don't think he actually ever uses. He's like, I know they have to have a back room with all the illegal stuff. And of course they do. And I mean, there is seriously, if you're like, no, you can have that an automatic gun. No, can you have a rocket launcher in California, huh? And some of these are not like, oh, it's a semi-automatic rifle. No, some of that is machine gun, World War II style. I'm seeing right in front of him, right there. He didn't pick it up, but he's got a bazooka he doesn't get to use. All right, the Popo have caught up with John Matrix. But evidently Cindy got some of this stuff to the car. And she's going to catch up with them and use her newfound charms. Yeah, we'll call the general, sure, whatever. There's almost like a spotlight on Arnold in there so that you can see him, you know, in the paddy wagon. This is such a fun scene. It really is. Sort of precursor to True Lies, Jamie Lee Curtis dropping the, was it an Uzi? Drops it down the stairs. Oh, oops, wrong direction. Took out a phone booth. That was a phone booth, right? Bam. Nice. Lovely, lovely explosions. Flipping, I believe, an actual vehicle. Dead on balls, amazing shot. Everybody survived. Blew a hole out the back for Arnold to escape. She read the instructions. You know, the joke being, guys don't read the instructions. Like, I mean, she's useful enough. Like, just no fat at all in this movie, except for kind of going to find the plans to see where they may be keeping Jenny. There could have been a more convenient way to go about that. Surprising Jenny hasn't done a ton here to escape. Modern version of this film, we have a lot of... Actually, the modern version of this film is Taken with Liam Neeson, but I think that if we did this now, we would actually find a lot of Jenny trying to escape, conflicted, then treated well, told her dad is actually the villain. He's killed this many people. Look at what he did to this country. Left these people in ruin without a leader. He's the monster, not me. Munching on the popcorn. I am mistakenly forgetting about my root beer here. Now, what's the story with these guys? They just show up to a dock to try to find a seaplane. And everybody around here is also a South American despot militant guy. Like, It is a canoe with wings. Good way to put it. Look at this, opening fire. Like, who are these people? But hey, it gives us something for Arnold to shoot at, and these guys get to fall in the water. This is no Cessna, huh? Fly or die. Yeah, there we go. The 80s, when you could hit stuff and it just might work. No. All right. Yeah, the composite here is a bit murky because we could. Yeah, you can see it's misaligned in a lot of ways too. It doesn't. He's like, does he need her? Because he seems to be the one calling the shots on how to fly this. We get similar sort of composite aspect in the helicopter scene over in The Running Man, don't we? Like angles and all. General Kirby is actually on the scene. What are we expecting? World War III, of course. And who is that on the radio? Bill Paxton. I'm telling you, you can see some of the origins of True Lies in this. The flights from LAX have to avoid this place because the military will shoot them down. Like, huh? Do it. Yeah, we're going to go below radar. That's the plan. The way he says sir is so the way he'll kind of say sir in Aliens, right? Just a year later. Lost them, sir. Well, why don't you put her in charge? Like... So yeah, she does a little bit of, I can take the doorknob off and now maybe I can kind of mess with this, but yeah, I could see this being embellished upon in a more modern take. Look at me, I'm tough. I talk about slitting a little girl's wrist, and this guy's like, these guys are a bunch of phony pretend tough guys. They're gonna get killed. They're not Australian. There's some nondescript South American blokes. Trying to talk tough. They think they can impress me talking about slitting a little girl's wrist. Huh. He isn't wrong. Matrix does kill all of them in a blink of an eye. You know, they didn't consider if Matrix does kill the president, that Valverde, he's coming after you next. Oh, so you think he's going to get away with killing the president? Like they're not going to gang tackle him in the process? Of course I'm afraid of Matrix. I'm smart, right? I mean, come on. You didn't think this is a chainmail vest, did you? Oh, yeah, they're flying below radar, all right. Have you ever landed a seaplane before, Cindy? Well, now's your chance. Hey, man, any landing you can walk away from is a good one. No bumpiness at all. I mean, come on. I'm assuming this is their plane now. By the end of the movie, she has a charter business and she takes people on tours. Commando 2, a canoe with wings. Here we go. We're landing in Valverde. Why so gray? Oh, she said Commando. It's very important that I wear my posing trunks. I'm sorry, I bit my lip earlier and I'm having a tough time doing the Arnold impression and everything. Plus the popcorn. I gotta wear my posing trunks when I row in on the raft. It's here we go. Yeah. Yeah, you enjoying the view there, Cindy? I'm sure. Okay. Get us some kind of Hispanic people. Give them like a little market. Put it out in front of a store, and we'll call that Valverde. That's what we're going to do. If that is supposed to be the airport at Valverde, man, that is... And it's receiving 11-hour international flight type planes. Man. All right, we still got some of the good stuff. It is time to gear up. This is the ultimate gearing up scene right here. Just cock all those pistols. Yeah. We're making sure everything is locked and loaded. And this should have been like your poster shot. Instead, he's kind of like gripping a grenade or something. It's similar in the same garb, but... my men should be calling me any second now. Inform me that he made the flight. What, you didn't think there was going to be a delay? Maybe flights weren't delayed in 1985 like they are now. Now, she does need some rescuing, but Bennett was coming in there to get her, to kill her, whatever. Hold her at gunpoint, something. But she was able to escape that. It's not like she completely rescued herself and then saved her dad, as we would get in the modern Commando. We made Commando for modern audiences. Which, by the way, if there was a modern Commando, I could see it starring Jonathan Majors. And I would just call it Hard R. And I'm not talking about the rating. Huh? I think that's got a certain catchiness to it, huh? Jonathan Majors is Hard R. Rated R. Look, we're about an hour 10 into the movie. And we're about to hit, like, you know, the big punching climactic ending here. In modern film, this is different. In modern film, we're still putzing around the second act with crap, aren't we? Mr. Soon-to-be president, there's a problem. Guys at the airport, best job in the movie. They don't even have to come back and get blown up in the barracks. None of that crap. Now, I'll tell you this. All right. There's a kill. I think that's our first kill here. I did a paper on this movie in my film studies classes about, my race, class, gender, film representation type class. It was a little different than what the modern equivalent sounds like, right? But I had to count, and I think that there are some discrepancies here. I believe Arnold Schwarzenegger takes out 80 guys in the course of this scene, this sequence, as he, takes over this whole compound. Not all of them are Hispanic looking. Some of them look like white guys in, I don't know, are we calling it beaner face? Like, what do you call it when a white guy tries to pass for Hispanic? He's rigged the C4. Yeah, I know we have these mannequins there, and but that running away explosion shot, like, that just looks so cool. You put it together right. Oh, he knows he's here. Got to kind of question the logistics of this. It's like we have beachfront on that side, but he had the binoculars out, was looking at the compound, and it looked like it was surrounded by mountains or whatever. Oh, she escaped. He's got the funniest yells. Yeah. Like weird high pitch. Hell, there's probably stunt guys in this that die multiple times. You know, get that stunt guy economy thing. Hey, you're on set, and we'll just wipe the blood off you for this scene, and you can jump out of that Jeep, you know? Oh, yeah. Holding the rocket launcher. That's a rocket launcher, right? Well, or is it considered a bazooka? I think it's a rocket launcher. Weird shot right there. They slowed that film down. You could see that the water was moving funny. Like they didn't have enough B-roll, that exterior of the plane parked. Kirby, it's that World War III you were talking about. Now, guys, this house is the same house from Beverly Hills Cop. The house that Axel Foley has to go bust up the bad guys in at the end. Same residence. Does it still look like this today? You know, that having the movie property could really increase your value. But when you're a crazy rich guy, you want to bulldoze everybody else's stuff you just bought and build your own, don't you? I mean, that's kind of the normal thing to do. I really like how he like strafes in front of the like rose bush or the flowers, and it's like trimming the hedges. It's not funny, but it's weird. It's cool, yet at the same time, I think that we're respecting the action enough here. We don't have people making a joke of it, cracking jokes as they're dying, right? Yeah, the grenade irritated me. I'm going to hop into the shed. What do we got here? Oh, come on, you got a tiny little chainsaw. Make use of it. Everyone, surround the shed. He's going to start planting pots. Potting plants. Wait, yeah, is it potting plants? I'm telling you, some of these guys don't look that Hispanic to me. All right, you go take a look. Boss is going to be real mad we shut up his favorite shed. The saws to the head, they get a little edit on TV. What's about to happen with the arms, definitely. There's a possibility that the guy survived the arm strike with the machete. Have I really not done a commentary on Commando before? You would have thought I would have done this already. I was looking, I used the search channel function. I know maybe it didn't catalog, maybe it didn't catalog all your content. But I was like, really? I typed in Commando, I got nothing there? Here we go. We still have bodies all over the place. Oh, iconic shot right there. Oh, this is so iconic. Here's where he's trimming the flowers. It's amazing. He doesn't really aim. He just like hip fires, and yet no one else who could possibly be aiming can actually hit him. It's unrealistic as all hell, but it's fun. You know, it's not a plot you have to think too much about. And that's maybe one of the hallmarks of the action film. He has a daughter. They got her. He's getting her back. A few things happen in between. We try to make those parts fun, right? These guys got to be thinking, if I shoot Matrix, I'm going to be promoted general. Yeah, I'll climb up on the roof. I'll give it a shot. It's the mid-'80s, man. There's got to be a boiler room. Now, there is a picture of me. And Halloween 2005 or 2006, I went as Arnold in Commando, and I had the black on me like this. I tried to get it just like he was in the movie, and I was also at one of my most jacked states, and I'll tell you, girls and guys couldn't keep their hands off me. Not in that perverted way, but people like pushing on me like, well, are your muscles real? Like, is that part of the costume? Can I get a picture? Remember, Dad, you're supposed to smash his face in. That was supposed to be the foreshadowing. Nice little roll. I like how there isn't like some kind of weird, I had to outthink the bad guy. He made him push the wrong button and it blew himself up sort of nonsense. Just roll and, man, he took some shots. Poor stunt double. He had to land on grass. Wow. A lot of times they go with a low angle. They don't show the cardboard boxes they're laying on. It's almost always something air. A lot of air in it. Cardboard boxes work really well, actually. You can, and do not try this, you can jump from just about anything and land on enough cardboard boxes to survive. You could probably free fall from a plane and land. I know there was a guy who did this with, like a trapeze net type system with enough net that it worked. But if you had enough cardboard boxes, I think you could pull it off. Oh, like you didn't see him standing just off frame. I like how Cindy's character is pragmatic enough that she doesn't actually get involved in this action. You can kind of see the modern version. She shows up and saves Jonathan Majors, right? Like, we're sticking with that. Go ahead, John. Stick your dick. Yeah, your head out. Shoot you right between the eyes. Oh, everybody loves to quote this. I may try to do this with my mom. Get my mom to quote this. Come on, Bennett. Throw away the chicken suit gun. You want to put a knife in me? I want to see some people cosplay. It's Matrix, Bennett, and Jenny. Now, here's the thing. Vernon Wells. He looked like a strapped, intimidating guy just 4 years earlier. Here he looks rather on the pudgy side. Not like... I mean, if you're just running the numbers here, it's like... What chance does this guy have against Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah. Like, oh, we're slowing things down a little bit. Oh, he's gonna land some strikes. I mean, that grenade earlier irritated me, but this guy actually slashed my abs. If anybody is in the armed forces, can you tell me, are they going about the knife fight the right way? I mean, Arnold psychologically manipulated the guy to put away the gun. You guys keep fighting down here, you're going to find Freddy Krueger. Boink. They're making use of the surroundings. I'm totally cool with it. This is a good fight. You don't find as good of fights in modern films. Oh man, even the edge of that is got to be hot as hell. I mean, come on, you don't touch the top of the stove. Here we go. Electricity just charges him up. Gives him a jolt. Now he talks about how he feels good. You just got shocked to shit and it just gave you a second wind. Now here we go. These are all left punches, but it's like thrown together in such an edit. He couldn't possibly punch that fast with one arm. You spent too much time talking about where you wanted to shoot him. We made the death funny, but we didn't make him laughing at his own death or anything, right? Then you got the kill line. She's like, yeah, you really got him good, Daddy. Yeah. Army is, one step behind the whole time. So did she take... Are they on like the other side of the island? Because I thought we looked through the binoculars and we saw like mountain. I mean, I guess it could be more of a peninsula shape. And maybe that works out. I gotta walk really stoic over here. Now you should punch the general and be like, you tricked me. You set these guys up so that I would do this. You had me do all the dirty work. Sequel bait ending before sequel bait endings. We're looking at starting up your unit again. This was the last time. Here we go. Power station comes on. Until the next time. Very 80s ending with this kind of like, we need your head turning over here. No chance, man. Writing off the sequel bait ending right there. Like, we're not doing a sequel. How weird is it that he never makes out with Cindy? Like, Arnold, Rae Dawn Chong, they don't have a kiss scene. They don't have a romantic thing happening. But hey, it's nice to finally meet your daughter. I went through a lot to help her. Is it a little bit of a race dynamic there? Like, hey man, he's the hot new, super uber mensch action star. Can we really be putting him with a woman of color like this? Can we be doing that? In 85. Well, okay, but we can't let there be any kissing. Like maybe that's the case. I'm gonna have to look up James Olsen and see if he's done anything else. Surely. Flight attendant. I was right the first time. It was Chelsea Field. Well, guys, what did you think of Commando? Is it one of your favorites? Is it one of the Arnold classics? Is this the Arnold movie? Let me know in the comments below. And till next time, adios.